Welcome to Intermediate Guitar Chapter 2. All right, we're going to keep studying our bar chords here. Last chapter we covered C major and C minor bar chords based off of the A string. Now we're going to target the low 6th string or the E string, and we're going to learn G major and G minor bar chords. Okay, let's go ahead and start with G major. I'm going to go ahead and give you the full bar chord, and then we'll do some mini versions of these chords. If the bar chords are too tricky, I recommend work on the mini versions, and then we can also do just good old-fashioned open position G2. Okay, let's start off with the G major bar chord. So based off your 3rd fret on the low 6th string, we're going to hit our use our index finger to get the 3rd fret, and now we're going to basically build a power chord. So go to your ring finger on the 5th fret 5th string, go to pinky on the 5th fret 4th string, and then middle finger is on the 4th fret 3rd string. Okay, now I'm going to bar with my index finger and just lay it all the way across the 3rd fret, and I'm going to pick up the 3rd fret on my 2nd and my 1st string along with the low 6th string. So I'm going to get 3 notes with my index finger, but that's the bar chord right there. Okay, now I want to point out that this is fully movable chord too. So if I just scoot up, that's a G sharp major. Scoot up another fret, A major. If I take it way up to my 10th fret, let's say, that would be a D major. So completely movable bar chords. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and do a couple mini versions. Now, just based off of the 3 high strings, I'm going to use my middle finger on the 4th fret 3rd string, and then I'm just going to bar and get my index finger to get the 3rd frets on the 2nd and the 1st string. So this is just a 3-note chord. Try to be selective when you're strumming this one. The D string will actually sound pretty good because it's in our chord, but I'd recommend definitely watch out when you strum for the low 5th and 6th string. Okay, so there's your G major mini number 1. Okay, now for number 2, we're just going to add our ring finger to the 5th fret on the 4th string. So now I've got my ring finger 5th fret 4th string, I've got my middle again on the 4th fret 3rd string, and then I'm barring to get the 3rd frets on the 2nd and 1st string. That's G major mini number 2. Okay, now for mini number 3, it's almost going to be like a full bar chord, just we're going to omit the low 6th string. So now I'm going to swap my pinky where my ring was. Now I've got my ring finger on the 5th fret 5th string, I've got my pinky on the 5th fret 4th string, middle's on the 4th fret 3rd string, and then index is barring to get the 3rd frets on the 2nd and 1st string. And there's mini number 3. And all I have to do is just add my index to bar all the way on the guitar, and we'd have that full bar chord. Okay, let's take it to G minor. Okay, so for your bar chord, it's going to be very similar to your G major. We're just going to omit the middle finger. And for this one, I do recommend you can also lay your middle finger on top of your index finger to help give you some pressure to get especially the 3rd string note to ring a little bit. Okay, now I've got my index finger on the 3rd fret 6th string, ring is on the 5th fret 5th string, pinky's on the 5th fret 4th string, and I'm just going to bar and get the 3rd frets on my 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string, all with my index finger. Again, I'm using some pressure with my middle to lay on top of that index, and this is your G minor bar chord. Okay, now, again, it's a totally movable bar chord, so let's say if I scoot it down to my 1st fret, that'd be an F minor. If I take it up, let's say to my 7th fret, that's a B minor bar chord. So wherever my index finger is on that low 6th string, that'll be that particular bar chord. Okay, let's do some mini versions. For the first one, I'm just going to bar with my index and get the 3rd frets on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. That's G minor mini number 1. Now for number 2, I'm going to add my ring finger to the 5th fret 4th string. And again, I'm barring all the 3rd frets on the 3 high strings, and this is G minor mini number 2. Okay, now I'm going to swap my my pinky for my ring again, and I'm going to use my ring finger now on the 5th fret 5th string, pinky's on the 5th fret 4th string, and then I'm barring all the way on the 3rd fret to get my 3 high strings, and that's your G minor mini number 2. I'm sorry, number 3. And if I just bar the whole thing, I would actually have my G minor bar chord right there. Okay. This chapter's strum pattern is going to feature some quarter notes and 16th notes. When you see a box without a bottom, that's a down strum, and an arrow pointing down is an up strum. Okay, we're gonna have quarter notes on beats 1, 2, and 4. You could just do down strums, and on beat 3 we'll have 16th notes, and you could do a down, up, down, up. Okay, here's the pattern without a chord. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll just be doing all of these one time, but I recommend repeat them all 8 to 12 times and try some different tempos, slow, medium, and fast. Okay, grab your G major chord and let's go 4 bars with that pattern. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. I recommend to incorporate a metronome. I'm gonna have my click at 60 beats a minute. And here's number 1 with the click. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. Okay, for number 2, we're gonna go 4 bars of G minor. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. Here's number 2 a little faster. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. For number 3, we'll have an 8-bar progression. We'll go 4 bars of G major into 4 bars of G minor. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. Number 4, we'll go 2 bars of G major into 2 bars of G minor. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. For number 5, we'll go 1 bar of G major into 1 bar of G minor, and then repeat that again for bars 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. Okay, let's take it to number 6. For number 6, we're going to start to incorporate some different rhythms, and we're going to bring in some chords from the previous chapters, and some of these will be from the previous book. So if you don't have your open position chords, please check out the videos for all the open position chords in the beginning guitar series. Okay, for this one, we're going to start off with the whole note on bar 1 of G, and that's going to be a note lasting for 4 beats. We'll have normal pattern on bar 2, and then we'll switch it to D major, and we'll have normal pattern for bar 3, and then a whole note on bar 4. And then your open position D, got the open D string. You can also have the open 5th string in there too. Index finger is on the 2nd fret 3rd string. Ring finger is on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and then middle is on the 1st fret, middle's on the 2nd fret 1st string. I should probably know that by now. Okay, here comes number 6. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take it to number 7. We're going to have a G minor bar chord, normal pattern for bar 1. On bar 2, we're going to do 2 quarter notes and then a half note for beats 3 and 4. That half note will last for 2 beats. We're going to switch it to A major, normal pattern for bar 3. And then on bar 4, we'll have 2 quarter notes to a half note rest where we won't play anything for 2 beats. Okay, now your open position A, you can just do the stack. You can have your open 6th string, open 5th string, and then index gets 2nd fret 4th string, middle 2nd fret 3rd string, ring 2nd fret 2nd string, and then open 1st string. And if you have your bar chords for some of these chords like D and A, feel free to use them too. Okay, here comes number 7. 1, 2, 3, E and a 4. 3, 4. Rest, rest. Okay, let's take it to number 8. For this one, we're going to have an 8-bar progression. We're going to start off G major. Just heads up, the first beat of bar 1 is a quarter note rest. We won't play anything for that first beat. We'll resume our pattern on beat 2 with a quarter note, 16th notes on beat 3, and then a quarter note on beat 4. Normal pattern for bar 2. We'll switch it to C major, normal pattern for bar 3, and then on bar 4, heads up, there's a quarter note rest on beat 4. Switch it to E minor, normal pattern for bar 5. We'll have a whole note rest on bar 6 where we won't play anything for 4 beats. We'll switch it to D minor. We're going to have normal pattern, but we are going to have a quarter note rest on beat 2 for that 7th bar. And then on the last bar, bar 8, we have a half note rest for beats 1 and 2. And then we'll have 16th notes on beat 3 and a quarter note on beat 4. For your C major, I'm going to recommend the C major bar chord. So I've got my index finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, and then my ring finger is barring my 5th frets on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. And then I'm making contact to mute my low 6th string, and I'm arching out of the bar chord to mute my 1st string with my ring finger. And if your C major bar chord isn't happening yet, you can also try some of the mini chords, or you could do your open position chords too. Okay, let's go ahead and look at E minor. If you do your open position E minor, open 6th string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 2nd fret 4th string, and then open 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. And then for your open D minor, you could have your open 5th string, open 4th string, middle fingers on the 2nd fret 3rd string, ring fingers on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and then index is on the 1st fret 1st string. Okay, here comes number 8. 1, 2, 3, E and a 4. Rest, 2, 3, E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, E and a rest. 1, 2, 3, E and a 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 1, rest, 3 E and a 4. Rest, rest, 3 and a 4. Here's number 8 a little faster. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. 1. Rest. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Rest. Okay, let's take it to number 9, the last one. We're going to start off with G minor bar chord for the first bar with normal pattern. We'll have a whole note on bar 2. We'll switch it to C minor bar chord for bar 3, normal pattern. And then on the last bar, we'll have quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, quarter note rest on beat 3, and then a quarter note on beat 4. For your C minor bar chord, I've got my index finger barring, and it's going to have the 3rd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 5th fret 4th string, pinkies on the 5th fret 3rd string, middles on the 4th fret 2nd string, and then with my bar, I'm going to pick up the 3rd fret on the 1st string, and I'm making contact to mute that low 6th string. Okay, here comes number 9. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest. All right, let's take it over to scales. 2. Okay, now for your G major scale, first of all, the notes are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. G would be the octave. Okay, we're going to be targeting our second position here, and we're going to start right on the note G. So 3rd fret, 6th string to your 5th fret, 6th string. I'd recommend an index to ring for that. Okay, on your 5th string, we'll go 2, 3, 5, and you could use index, middle to pinky, or you could try some other fingers too. On your 4th string, we'll go 2, 4, 5, and I'd recommend index, ring to pinky. That could also be index, ring, ring. On your 3rd string again, we'll go 2, 4, 5. On your 2nd string, we'll go 3 to 5. And then on your 1st string, we'll go 2 to 3. Now I'm also going to include the note A. We'll go one note above that 2nd octave, and we'll incorporate that note. As we go through the book, we'll be learning the notes higher than our octaves and also the notes lower too. Okay, let's go ahead and try quarter notes with our G major scale, and we'll just do one on each note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, I recommend the metronome too for your scales. You can balance it out too. You don't have to do it all the time. Always good to check on it though. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up. I'll try it at 75. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do 2 on each note, and these will be 8th notes, so we'll count them like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and here we go. 3 and 4 and... picks for this, but I also will start doing some alternate picking too. I recommend check out both of those. Okay, now for number 3, we're going to do 8th notes, but this time just 1 on each note, and I'll do this one with the click. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... We're going to do 3 on each note, and these will be 8th note triplets. We'll count them like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, here we go. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. We're going to do 8th note triplets, but this time just 1 on each note, and I'll do this with the click. I'll take it down to 70. 1, 2, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, now if it's too fast, just slow it down. I'll take that down to 60. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Also good to make notes. You can monitor how you're improving. So I would write down the date and then maybe put which click felt good and which click might have been too easy or might have been starting to push it where it might have been a little tricky. But that's the way you can start to see weekly how you're improving. Okay, let's take it to number 6. We're going to do 16th notes. We'll do 4 on each note. We'll count them like 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And I'll do alternate picking for this one. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay, for the last one, number 7, we're going to do 16th notes, but this time just one on each note, and I'll use metronome for this. I'm going to take this to 65. 1, 2, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Right. Okay, now we're going to look at G minor scales. I want to just point out the names of the notes. We have a G, a B flat, C, D, E flat, F natural, and a G. And what we did is we flattened the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th to make it into a minor scale. Okay, let's go ahead and learn our G minor scale. We're going to go 3, 5, 6 on the 6th string. You can use index ring to pinky or index ring ring. Same thing for your 5th string, 3, 5, 6. On your 4th string, we'll just go 3 to 5. On the 3rd string, 2, 3, 5. On the 2nd string, 3, 4, 6. And then on your 1st string, 3, 5, 6. Okay, let's go ahead and try one on each note. This will be number 1, quarter notes. 3, 4. Okay, now since I used the metronome for some of our G major scales, I'll bypass the metronome for these. Let's go to number 2. We'll do 2 on each note, 8 notes, 3 and 4 and. Okay, for number 3, we'll do 8 notes, just 1 on each note. 3 and 4 and. Okay, for number 4, we'll do 3 on each note. These will be 8-note triplets. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, for number 5, we'll do 8-note triplets, this time just 1 on each note. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. For number 6, we'll do 16th notes, 4 on each note. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay, for the last one, number 7, we'll do 16th notes, just 1 on each note. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. For this week's study, we're going to talk about swung 8th notes. Now, we've been playing straight 8th notes so far, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For our swung 8th notes, we could think of it like pushing back that second 8th note of the beat a little further. So it would be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I definitely think about an eighth note triplet omitting the middle note. So if we think of 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, we could just be like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and that'll make it sound like swung eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, let's go ahead and try some eighth note strumming. Now for eighth note strumming, I'm going to recommend a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, but you could also go all down strums, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, for number 1, we're going to do an E major chord for 4 bars, and we're going to have swung eighth notes. Okay, now for your open E major chord, I've got my open 6th string, I've got my middle finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, ring fingers on the 2nd fret, 4th string, index is on the 1st fret, 3rd string, and then open 2nd, open 1st string. Okay, here's number 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 2nd bar. 3rd bar. 4th bar. Here's number 1 a little faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And take a look at number 2. We're going to do an A minor chord. We'll have quarter notes on bar 1 with swung eighth notes on bar 2, and then we'll repeat that process for bars 3 and 4. For your open A minor, open E string, open A string, and then middle fingers on the 2nd fret 4th string, ring fingers on your 2nd fret 3rd string, index on the 1st fret 2nd string, and then open 1st string. Okay, here's number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take it to number 3. We're going to do a C major, and we're going to have swung eighth notes for the first bar. We'll have a whole note on bar 2, and then we'll repeat that again for bars 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, take it to number 4. We're going to do a D major. We'll have half notes for bar 1, and then we'll have swung eighth notes for bar 2, and then we'll repeat that again for bars 3 and 4. Okay, here comes number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 5, we're going to go to D minor. We're going to have a dotted half note, which will strum on beat 1, let that last for 3 beats. So they'll go all the way through beat 3, and then we'll resume our swung eighth notes on beat 4, and leading into a full bar of swung eighth notes on bar 2. And we'll repeat that again for bars 3 and 4. Okay, here comes number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's number 5 a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For number 6, let's get our G bar chord going. We're going to have quarter notes for beats 1 and 2, and then we'll have swung eighth notes on beats 3 and 4, and that will repeat for the next 3 bars. Okay, here's number 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And to A major for number 7. We're going to have swung eighth notes for beats 1 and 2 with a half note on beats 3 and 4. We'll do that for the first 2 bars, and then we'll kind of flip that around and we'll do a mirror image where we'll have a half note on beats 1 and 2, and then swung eighth notes on beats 3 and 4 for bars 3 and 4. Okay, here's number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. we're going to go to E minor. We'll have a whole note for bar 1. We'll have a dotted half note for bar 2 for the first 3 beats, and then swung eighth notes on beat 4. And then we'll repeat that again for the next 2 bars. Okay, here comes number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 9, we're going to go to an E major chord. We'll have swung eighth notes for beats 1 and 2, quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. We'll do that for the first 2 bars. We'll have a whole note rest on bar 3, and then we'll go back and repeat that rhythm again for bar 4 with eighth notes on beats 1 and 2, quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. Okay, here we go. Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 10, we're going to go to C major. We'll have a half note for the first 2 beats, and then swung eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. We'll repeat that again for bar 2. On bar 3, we'll have a whole note, and then we'll go back to a half note for beats 1 and 2 with swung eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. Okay, here comes number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 11, we're going to have quarter note on beat 1, swung eighth notes on beat 2, and then a quarter note on beat 3 with swung eighth notes on beat 4, and we'll do that for 4 bars. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Here's number 11 a little faster. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Last one, number 12, we're going to do a D major. We'll have a whole note on bar 1. On bar 2, we'll have swung eighth notes to a half note. Swung eighth notes for the first 2 beats, and then a half note for beats 3 and 4. And then we'll have a whole note on bar 3. And then on bar 4, we'll have swung eighth notes for the first 2 beats to a half note rest for those last 2 beats. Okay, here comes number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and rest, rest. Okay, for part 2 of the study, we're going to keep on with our swung eighth notes, but this time we're going to read tab and do single notes. And I want to point out that these will be arpeggiations or playing some of the chord tones of the chords given separately, as opposed to hitting them all at the same time like when we strum our chords. Okay, for number 1, we're going to arpeggiate a E minor chord. We're going to do all swung eighth notes. And the first bar is going to be our open 6th string. We'll go to our 3rd fret 6th string for bar 2. Bar 3 is the 2nd fret 5th string, and then we'll go to the 2nd fret 4th string for bar 4. Okay, here we go. Here's number 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, for number 2, we're going to play off of an A major chord. We're going to have 2 quarter notes for the first 2 beats, and then swung eighth notes for beats 3 and 4. And then our notes will be open 5th string for the first bar, 4th fret 5th string for the 2nd bar. For the 3rd bar, we go to our 2nd fret 4th string, and then we'll go to our 2nd fret 3rd string for the last bar. Okay, here's number 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, for number 3, we're going to play off of a D minor 7. We're going to have 2 swung eighth notes for the first 2 beats, and then we'll have a half note for beats 3 and 4. Okay, for the first bar, our notes will be the open 4th string. Then we'll go to our 2nd fret 3rd string for bar 2. We'll go to our 1st fret 2nd string for bar 3, and then our 3rd fret 2nd string for bar 4. Okay, here comes number 3. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, 4. We're going to play off of a G7 chord. We're going to start off with a whole note for bar 1, and then we'll have all swung eighth notes for bar 2, and then we'll repeat that process for bars 3 and 4. And our notes will be our 3rd fret 6th string for the first bar. We're going to split up bar 2 with for the first 2 beats will be our 2nd fret 5th string, and then we'll go to our open 4th string for beats 3 and 4. For bar 3, we'll hit our 3rd fret 4th string, and then for bar 4, we're going to split up those eighth notes. We'll do our open 3rd string for the first 2 beats, and then open 2nd string for the last 2 beats. Okay, here comes number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go on to number 5. For this one, we're going to play off of a B minor 7 chord, and we're going to have a half note for the first 2 beats into swung eighth notes for beats 3 and 4. And we'll play that rhythm for all the bars. Our notes, for the first bar, we're going to play the 2nd fret 5th string for the first 2 beats, and then we'll switch to the open 4th string for the beats 3 and 4. On bar 2, we're going to start off with our 4th fret 4th string, and then we'll have our open 4th string for the beats 3 and 4. On bar 3, we'll have our 2nd fret 3rd string for the first 2 beats, and then we'll go to our open 4th string for beats 3 and 4. And then on the last bar, bar 4, we'll have our open 2nd string for the first 2 beats, and then our open 4th string for the last 2 beats. Okay, here comes number 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 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 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, for number 6, we're going to do swung eighth notes for the first 2 beats, and then 2 quarter notes for beats 3 and 4. And we'll do that for each bar. And our notes, for the first bar, we're going to do our 3rd fret 5th string. On bar 2, we'll split up our notes. We'll do the 2nd fret 4th string for the first 2 beats, and then open 3rd string for beats 3 and 4. On bar 3, we're going to split these up. We're going to have our open 2nd string for the first 2 beats, and then our 1st fret 2nd string for the beats 3 and 4. And on the last bar, we're going to have our open 1st string for the first 2 beats, and then we'll go way up to our 7th fret for the last 2 quarter notes for beats 3 and 4. Okay, and this is getting inside of a C major 7 chord. Here's number 6. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, that'll do it for chapter 2. Thank you so much for watching. I'll look forward to next chapter. We're going to keep working our bar chords, and I'll see you then. All right, take care.